You ain't know what this is. You just want something. You don't even know what it is.
It's water.
Remember, you said a squig. Can we define what a squig is? That's a squig. I would never tell you I'm going to take a squig and actually do it.
Because you're disrespectful.
I learned that today. I am.
Oh. It's today years old you learned that you're disrespectful.
Is it okay to inquire about your coworkers, period, at work?
What? Fuck you want to know about something like this for?
The topic basically started. The topic basically came up based on how you be at work, how you are with your drawers. You got certain drawers that you wear specifically for your time of the month, and they look like they've been through the ringer. And the question was posed to me was, do you turn? We listen and we don't judge. Let's say it together. This is another one of those moments. We listen and we don't judge. I need you to say that. Hey, listen. Just because you say that, do people really have to comply with we listening? Yeah. Yeah. Why do they do that? I'm not saying yeah the next time. We don't got time for that. So if you want something, say something. What?
Give her a water.
Give who?
Me. Because she knows it.
Nah, we okay. We don't need it. We listen and we don't judge. Do people really have to comply with those rules? And if you say those things, it started out fun and cool. I think I'm abusing it now. And honestly don't give two. I don't think you give two issues if I say before I say something that's going to be judgy that we listen and we don't judge. There's going to be all judging on your part. But anyway, conversation was brought up basically like, do you turn your face up when your partner or your wife, in my case, puts on her monthly drawers? You would never know.
I know, because you be on your monthly too.
No, this
your
isn't that.
Mood shifts, and you be on your monthly. You be
Hey, yo, I was looking for this back scratcher last night. I really needed it and couldn't find it.
You be putting on your monthly items. Like, when I'm on, you really cling to that fucking tank top. Like,
what is this? Anyway, back to my conversation. How you going to...
That bitch, like, that motherfucker can't be out of your sight. You spazzed out the last time. Because you couldn't find that particular one. And you have a whole other one similar. It's just something about that.
But anyway, look. No, you ain't about to do this. We ain't going to move and try to break.
About to move what?
We ain't going to move and
get
try...
your point across.
I got my point across.
What's your point? I don't know if you turn your nose up. Why the fuck would I care?
That's exactly what I said. I said, be honest with you, she don't care.
I'm already fucking annoyed that I still have to fucking have a period. And my motherfucking, his sperm be skydiving. Because I ain't got no fucking tubes to produce a kid no more. So why the fuck do I need these ovaries? Why do I need to go through this disrespectful shit? Like, for real.
That's the same thing.
This is the biggest thing. Like, I already gotta look around titties, and these motherfuckers be getting on my nerves, and I still gotta have a period too. Like, it's just fucking ghetto.
It sucks that the things that some men are happy to run red lights, and a lot of men enjoy boobs. It's amazing that the things that men enjoy about women wish they didn't have sometimes. That sucks. Because I don't want to have, like, here lately, we had our positions. But here lately, we've been switching them up. And I swear to God, if you wanted to know the reason why I be switching it up, because, girl, I don't know. I don't even care if you faking. I don't care if these faces are fake. Them faces you be making me, it be getting me right. I be like, oh my God, these the faces she be making when she about to come. I was like, oh yeah. Let's go. What was I at? But where was I going? I got so distracted by mess.
By real mess.
Yeah. I got so distracted. I'm sorry. What was I going?
You was being a girl in your coworker's business.
No, they kind of was being. It was. I invited it. We was all invited. And then this dude girl, right? I was like, because you use me. Because you use me.
You always go fucking joke time.
I said, because you, this is serious. Because you and me outside of any day between the 1st of the month and maybe the 15th. What is your choice of draws when you on your monthly?
Not the monthly being the 1st through the 15th like it's a fucking social security check or rent. Like,
I mean,
everybody just.
Hey, listen. I mean, you know how they be. I mean, y'all be giving a lot, so you never know. Y'all really do be giving a lot, so you really will never know. It is a process. But for a man, girl who spends majority of her year in the middle, but then is forced between the 1st and the 15th of the month to go through what a woman goes through. I wanted to know what was her choice of draws.
She's still a woman.
That's what she said. We asked her what she identifies as.
Shut the fuck up.
This is the type of conversation.
You a dildo.
She don't. But listen, we all start the things by basically no disrespect. No one's offended. I honestly don't know, right? And this is some.
I don't understand why people had those type of conversations with you. Because you a fucking jokester.
Yes, I find laughter in anything.
Somebody tell you you got it, you go.
Oh boy, I listen.
It's no.
Even if
can I do it today? If you tell me today I can do it every time.
Every time, it's never gonna stop. Because now I say we are now family. You introduced me to your family, so now let's have that's now know all each other's issues. And this same coworker had a problem with me calling you fat and stinky. Listen, and I told her to begin this topic, it was specifically not about. I said the both of us, but what happened was the person who edits the content made sure to stir the pot and leave out a few things because I want you to go look.
Fucking stink. I'm fat, yes, but me stink.
Yes, never.
So
Me?
I don't give a fuck what you say.
Me?
How you go about it? I just.
And that's what a comment said. He was like, "Man, I would love to hear y'all talk more about y'all relationships on the pod. It seemed like that would be a vibe." Boy, bye. First of all,
we joke a lot. And it may come off like, if we pod like that, it may come off like, though.
They miserable.
You annoying her or he annoying me type thing. No, that's just, we just joke a lot and then we know, okay, it's enough.
Yeah.
But
what I am thankful for
is crack jokes all the time or just come up with random shit to be thinking about and talking about. Like
I'm gonna tell you something. The beginning.
Clown our kids. They clown. All the time.
Our kids don't like our humor. Specifically, our son.
But he gets it though.
Yeah, it's a struggle sometimes.
Kids nowadays are fucking cruel, and they will say shit. And back in the day, like he said, stick to stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt. Nah, words be cutting. These kids nowadays, everything cuts them deep. They are so the social media, internet tuned in, so they take shit to heart so much. So we crack jokes, we say shit like you gonna be tough with that when it comes to that.
Oh, we gotta prepare you for school.
That you ain't heard or not, or to a caliber that make you feel like, I ain't worried about that. Like my daughter will always come off as the cute, pretty, she love herself, because I could never stand my complexion. But her, don't play with the girl.
You can't call her fat.
Don't play with the girl. You can call her fat, but she ain't ugly. So don't play with the girl. That's my girl right there. She on that. But us parting about like.
Yeah, because the first 4 or 5 years we were mostly her. Oh, there go the drill. The drill that I found downstairs was not the drill that I was looking for. Yo, the drill
you watch every day because you play the game on that TV.
You listen to me. Stop it. Listen. The good thing that why I'm real happy about really actually finding the drill that I wanted to find. because I know we get ready to use them to revamp them cabinets in the kitchen. I knew I was going to need that drill.
Was the drill that's
no, because I don't know what a charge is to that drill. So when you go to push that joint, this is what you get. That's all you get.
And what you say in your head when you figured it out? I gotta find that drill.
Yeah, I've been saying that. I said that when you told me. That's why I didn't want to tell you I didn't find the drill that I want. I said it as I was walking out the door. I said, you said, did you find the drill? Yeah, I said, yes, I found the drill.
It's under the bar.
Yes, that's the drill I found. But now I found the drill. So, babe, I found the drill. It's over there. Yeah, I just told you in the pot. Behind the pod. Hey, but no, seriously. If we was to sit here and talk about our relationship, we got the first 6-7 years of just like a lot of criminal activity. We had UUV. And we got caught. That's the crazy part about it. I don't even know how we got away. I don't even know how we was able to get away from the police with a car that didn't have no VIN number that matched it. And the VIN number was there. I couldn't understand that. I couldn't even understand how the cop explained to me that there is no VIN number, but sir, there's the VIN number right here. Oh no, that VIN number doesn't match the whole entire vehicle. How the hell do you put a different VIN number that belongs to the vehicle on the car? So this is what he told me. I said, bro, we are going right down the street and we gonna park this car. No, we didn't. We continued to fly through alleys and drive. That was our experience with UUV. What?
First off, fly through alleys and drive. Because it needed to be taken back to the place we got it from.
I think we ended up there.
But it was hilarious because not only we took alleys, byways, everywhere, you said we got to still stop at Murray's.
Yeah, we had to stop there for them chickens. I remember that. I was pressed. And we did, though. What the hell you talking about? We stopped at Murray's. And for the people who know, they know that Murray's that was on 8th Street was the bomb.
Oh, my.
Listen, for the folks who know, listen.
But of course,
if you was
the
forced,
one that was on Pennsylvania Avenue because that was the warehouse.
If you were forced to, who the hell could get there? I couldn't get there. I wasn't driving nowhere at the time. We went there. We went there probably towards the end, right before they were about to close. That's when we started going there, and that's when I realized how small that one was. That one was way smaller than any of the ones I've ever been in.
But the one,
because it was attached. It was attached to the warehouse.
But the warehouse we was going to when we lived in Fort Washington.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is true. That's when we were going to that one. But when I wasn't,
when we lived in the city, of course.
Yeah, it wasn't.
8th Street was.
8th Street was the spot. I even worked there for like 30 days.
Oh my gosh, used to get on my nerves with them little ass packets of lunch.
It ain't the new packets of meat.
It was the budding. The brand was like budding or something.
It was good.
But
it made me 2 or 3 or 4 sandwiches.
It was like 4 to 5 pieces of meat. 4 to 6 pieces of meat in this little ass pack that used to cost $1. This man makes the flattest sandwiches.
That's because that's especially when I was on my sandwich making hit.
Oh kick. My gosh, the flattest sandwich.
And I like the bread.
My man, literally 2 pieces of meat max. Max. If he can do a 1.5 and it made sense to him, he would. Literally 1 piece of meat. If he got cheese, he may do 2 pieces. The flattest sandwiches ever. You couldn't sell him shit. And a bag of chips.
Yeah, but then Murray's. I noticed how bad people were stealing in Murray's, and I really do believe though, and there's some real stuff. You cannot be that person or act like the person, but you are a product of the environment that you were raised in. Boy, the way they used to tell us that if you had if you got a bag of chicken, right, and it got those little if it was a hole in it, you could take it. Boy,
I was poking holes and shit.
Oh my God, yo, boy, the poking of the holes that they were doing in that joint. And of course, I had to slide.
Because I know they used to purposely. I know people didn't purposely poke it when they used to take the box cutter and they tell you not to cut that box on that end, and they still not paying attention and they cut it on that end so they puncture.
I ain't gonna say we the reason. Who would ever really know why Murray's went out of business? Because I felt like. The only problem
I can't believe Murray's Save-A-Lot is still around.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like the problem with Murray's was their business model was catered to the food stamp people. And that's where they went wrong at. They spent a lot of... It sucks that a lot of the businesses...
You can go to Murray's and get all the... Man, who had a cookout block party and ain't tear Murray's down?
But I also think if you was to look at some of these new grocery stores that's popping up, like your Aldi's over the last decade, of course, like stores like Save a Lot and Lidl's and all that, you might find owners that probably were involved in Murray's and those companies.
Because they still selling the Wild Wings, and that's a Murray's thing.
That's what I'm saying.
You can see Wild Wings nowhere. Yeah. And now they got the little ass 2 pound bag or 3.5 whatever for $28. Absolutely not.
Yeah, Murray's used to be a spot, man. But anyway, that UUV situation really taught me some stuff. You can't listen to people, man. Oh, my Commanders just traded for Debo for a 5th round pick. Hey, hail to the Commanders!
What?
Let me get my phone. Okay, come on. My man just texted me and told me that. Let's see.
Told you what?
We just made a trade.
What was y'all trading at?
For a wide receiver. He already paid too. But he had ties with the general manager. God, this is not the phone.
Yeah, I your side piece.
Then I got something else.
What?
I got something else too.
What?
How do you feel if your coworker tells you that they need an oil change, right? And that they believe that they can go get this oil change and they could be done in a while. Keep in mind they going from Anacostia to wherever this oil change place is to get an oil change on a Saturday where everyone's off except you.
Wait, so they had an appointment?
Yeah, but it's like what's the oil place we go to? Yeah, it's like Jiffy Lube, but it's called Lube something else. It's their competition. And so
Valvoline?
Yeah, no, it's not Valvoline. It's called Lube something.
Okay, what about them?
So, they left at 12:30 to go get this oil change.
They were supposed to do it during their break?
I don't know what the plan was. Maybe they thought they were supposed to. They assumed that it was going to be fast.
Okay.
I want to start with where they went. Okay. They left Anacostia and went to Lanham.
202.
You said what?
202 part? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That's 45 minutes.
That's not the same MLK though, because it's an MLK going down that way. That's
40.
MLK.
That's a 45-minute ride,
okay.
And I don't even know if that's a 45-minute ride round trip.
Okay.
It may be over an hour.
Okay.
They claimed they was going. They claimed they was going to the place to get the oil change. Right.
Uh-huh.
Keep in mind they left at 12:30. Guess what time they got back?
2.
4 o'clock.
Why they come back? What they come back for?
Keep in mind this person is a white person, so they don't know no better.
What?
Yeah.
Who allowed that?
I don't know. All I can say is I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't ever take advantage of a situation just because I can do it. Because that type of thing shows the rest of your coworkers who also work in that same situation, not that you can do it, but this is what is allowed. So then whatever they can feel like they can get over on the person with, they gonna try it too. I don't know the circumstances surrounding this situation, but I know when that person came back from that oil change break that they had a bunch of food with them.
I mean, it was going that long.
So chances are that was the deal.
You do it, you gotta bring us back food.
This nigga said, giving you breaking news.
I'm kind of in my feelings that I helped always make your bracelet and a stick, and you still got yours in mine pop.
The devil is a liar. Yeah. Victory is mine. Yeah.
We gonna win.
I know it is annoying, but it is what it is. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I still got mine. You don't have yours. And you know, because I'm dad and you're mom. She don't even play with that stuff no more. You see how fast she got over there? That didn't last long. Who even knows where the thing at? Last I saw it was in a broken bag.
It's a lot of stuff in that broken bag.
So it's okay to.
Babies, she got all types of stuff.
So it's okay to do that.
Do what?
On work time. I mean, I don't know. I've done stranger things. Here's the difference: is I did the similar thing and lost my job.
As you do what people they're allowed to do it. It's just that I don't think
Can I
it
say
should
the
have
same?
been done.
This person was white.
Again, I don't think it should have been done in front of y'all. I don't think y'all should have been privy to the reason for them taking that time to do that, because now y'all trying to do it, then it's going to be like, oh, the niggas can't do it.
No, ain't nobody thinking like that. We just know we wouldn't do it. It's just like, that's what I'm saying when people talk about, like, when people be in uproar about the things that they see that's happening in politics right now and all this extra stuff, or even riding the Capitol. Yeah, why we felt like all the people who went up in that Capitol and destroyed that joint got a slap on the wrist because they got pardoned. I'm still on my premise. I know there's just certain things I won't do because the results of me doing it is going to be 10 times worse than if it happened to a white person. And that don't even have to just be about our skin color. They could just be about the fact that they know if the black person get to us, they're going to snatch us apart compared to a white person doing the same thing, and it's going to be like a pluck. Pew! We can put less force to deal with them, but we're going to need 10 times that if we got to deal with black people mobbing together and coming to do the Capitol. And us black people just know that they're going to go the extra mile to ensure that we don't do it. They're going to snipe us blocks before we even get close to the Capitol. We ain't going to get an opportunity to go back and forth with them and call them names to their face because they're going to be prepared 2 blocks ahead of the Capitol. We just know that. So we ain't going to put ourselves in that situation. That's why blacks are smarter than whites. We just know what we can get away with, buying each other's food stamps, and what white people just can't get away with. We know our place. We stay in our lane. And the folks that don't believe that we should stay in our lane and we just deserve all this diversity and DEI, hey, I grew up in the age of if you can't get what you want from one job, you just go find another job and you make whatever more money you're going to make. Or then if you just want the best job in the world that's going to pay you this amount of money, guess what? Go invest in yourself and go to school for 10 years. And still be struggling with the same amount. Still be struggling with more money. You got nothing? We on there, you really do the cougar. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's just like the black, don't spend no money.
Oh boy, if we're doing some snitching, we're going to start with her. I really went into that day with the mindset that I will try to abide by buying black. And then I started thinking about it.
I did buy black. I wore a black pair of shoes.
I'm still trying to figure out what shoes was these.
They came here.
Oh shoot.
The flight closets.
You see what I'm saying? You saying you cut your flash off. How you blind?
My phone was down. That's why I didn't even know that was on.
Anyway. Somebody said buying black, they expected us not to eat.
Huh? What you mean?
Cause folks act like if you wanted to eat, you couldn't go to a soul restaurant. But like you explained, you felt like people, listen, you felt like people, if we had to just specifically depend on blacks and buying from blacks, that they would manipulate the situation and they would charge 3 times the amount that you would possibly pay if you was buying from whites. And the sad part is, that is exactly how niggas are. That's the unfortunate part. And I don't think when Al Sharpton did this call to action, because I swear to God, I got that daggone message about buying blacks leading up into the 28th at least 20 times. I don't know why folks felt like I needed to be the one that needed to know that I needed to buy black. I don't think you probably ain't get it that much. You saw it through passing. No, there were people that went out to start their week with the mind frame that they needed to send everyone in their contacts the same image. Oh, look at you. I remember I had those. The same image of buying black. Who those for? Oh, do he know? You know what he getting himself into with those? Listen, it's shoes, and this is off topic, but on topic. Shoes literally no. I was on a topic about the DEI, and I'm switching something. Shoes they mean something. They signify something. There's a lot that comes with certain shoes. So I specifically asked you, was you sure that he's ready for that? You didn't grow up. You say you've been in the streets, but if you have been in the streets, you would have had that same mindset that I had when I just saw that shoe. Some people need to stay in their lane. There's a certain stigma that's going to come with that lane that you just put them in. And yeah, you can be big mom and you can do this and do that, but I sometimes think you forget that you grew up in the streets. And you don't apply that to how you present your son. Because he ain't ready for that. So I personally would not have picked those. And this is the reaction. You getting a live reaction. This is the part.
This is why you were supposed to buy the shoes, and I'm just.
I get it, but when even if I was supposed to buy the shoes or whatnot, like if you want, it's certain. It is what it is. I let him. You gotta let him determine that. You can't make that decision for him.
I showed him shoes,
and he picked those out.
And I said, okay.
And that was your last thought. I want to ask y'all for real. If you know, do you believe coming up that there was a stigma that came with certain items that you may have had on? There's certain attentions that is going to come. And sometimes shoes are usually the first thought that comes to that. And I'm only saying that is I always remember that I would apply that same thinking as a parent. And I know he's never going to be in no situation where he got to be out and about. But I will also caution this. There's sometimes, and I remember we've had to do this, where you'll call ahead of time and say, hey, you and your sister go to the rec. Now let's think about your neighborhood. And let's think about that walk to the rec.
Why would he walk to the rec in those?
But when that happens, that's not a planned thing. It's just something that happens. So that's what I'm saying. You say what?
He wouldn't walk to the rec.
Again.
I can get them from the school. They can sit at the school.
Every time they went to the rec is what I'm saying. I
just didn't want them to sit at the school, but they could have sat at the school.
Okay. I'm just saying. That's why this is a perfect example as why it's important to have a 2-parent household. There's thinkings that the mom will not have that the father will always have as a protector. That's always. Listen, do you think I would have a problem with you being a breadwinner and making the most money?
No.
Yeah, because I always feel like the stresses that a man have, a woman will never have. That's why it's so important. Like I think, I'm telling you, it is. This was one of those stresses. You know how many times I've been walking home from school and I looked down at my shoes and I looked at the next person's shoes and I remember I got a block away and they got robbed. And I just was listening to my cousin talk about how she was walking down the street from coming from work. She was driving and she saw a little baby outside and he ain't had no shoes on his feet. And so she stopped and she picked him up. And she was like, are you good? And he was shaking and he was a little scared. He said, they just robbed me and took my shoes and my phone. Right? And she said,
I'm thinking like a real baby. And I'm like, what? What?
I mean, he wasn't a baby. He was a
Okay,
child,
okay.
yeah. And she just was like, these youngins. It's these youngins all the time. I see all situations. And I also know what school your son's neighborhood is in.
I get all of that, but my children are literally from door to door, from the car door to the school door, from the car door to the school door. That is literally their pattern. Literally, with me right there, and if you have to pick them up, you right there. My child isn't in a situation where he has to catch Metro. My child is not in a situation where he has to walk from school to home. He's not in that situation. My child, as he will say, and I told him he is more of like a suburban, that's just what it is. Our kids aren't hood kids. They're not the neighborhood kids. They're more of a suburban kids. And that's perfectly fine. But my kid's situation, again, isn't everybody else's situation, nor is our kid's situation our situation when we were growing up.
But it's still okay to apply those experiences, right?
It is nothing wrong with that.
And I don't want to offend you because I see eyes.
I'm just saying, if something happened to my child, if he decides to wear those shoes to school, if anything happened to him and it happens within the school, they already know what it is. If it happens outside of school, I'm trying to figure out. You're
right. Say that again.
What?
They already know what that is. You know why? Because you don't have a problem putting your hand on someone else's child.
It should never be again.
It should never be.
If my child was a latchkey kid, if he was a latchkey kid and lived within the area, he will not. Of course, I would not put him in certain stuff to make him as a target. Never would I do that if he was a latchkey kid, and we lived in. We do not, and he is not a latchkey kid.
What is a latchkey kid?
A kid who can walk home because they have the key to get in the house.
Oh, a latchkey. A latchkey kid. Interesting. Never heard that. When did they start using that terminology to say, I'm a child that has a key to my house? Tell me that. When did that terminology start? I just want to know. I'm interested because I've never heard that. And we grew up in the same generational area. I've never heard no one say latchkey kid. You just put that shit together. You just made some shit up like I be doing.
No, you can look. I did not make that up. People say it. People call kids who have keys to get home into their home a latchkey kid.
But I also just want you to understand, though, is it's okay to apply those things.
It is. It's fine. No problem.
And don't always say we're going to be easily accessible to get to our son in a blink of an eye. Because what I also know is it can happen in the school.
And then we know that if it happened in the school, that is different from outside the school. We know who is in the school. They don't let people walk up in that school. I don't care what area, neighborhood, whatever. That's one thing. There ain't nobody just walking up in there. So if somebody did something to him in it, they go there.
That's peace.
That is completely different. And again, if it comes a situation and he has on these shoes, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be running late, his ass can stay inside the building.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to do that, but I know.
Fuck.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do that, but you don't got to chew my head off for me being just a concerned parent. That's all.
This man can't get
Even though, you said what?